too strong, yeah. I'm always worried I'll stay too long. But what's on your mind tonight? I love it when we can laugh together. That kind of thing, it just makes me feel better. I'm gonna give this just one try. Or what if I told you you took my breath away? And what if I told you I wish that I could stay? Is it a mistake? Will my heart break? Or will you love when I say, what if I told you you took my breath away? Take you out so we can get a little closer now. Let's hear what's on your mind. 'Cause all this time I've been wondering, are you feeling what I'm feeling? Or should I just let this slide? Yeah, what if I told you you took my breath away? What if I told you I wish that I could stay? Is it a mistake? Will my heart break? Or will you love when I say, what if I told you you took my breath away? What if I told you I wish that I could stay? What if I told you you took my breath away? I'm not afraid of losing what I've found. If all the fallen pieces hit the ground, I see it in your eyes, my lover and my bride. Our love's a steady tide. A story speaks and silences my doubt. The wind may blow, but he's built this house. Your voice so soft and strong, my husband all alone. Our love's a steady song. And I lay down everything, every part of me, I'm yours. Oh, through everything, here we stand, hand in hand, I'm yours. I've waited for a love that outlasts time, praying for a soul that betters than mine. I knew it from the start, together not apart. Our love's a steady heart. And I lay down everything, every part.
4 years ago, I went on a date with a guy who a passerby told me looked like Tom Cruise. And although at the time I knew I was on a date with a smoke show, what I didn't know in that moment is that years later I'd be marrying that same Tom Cruise lookalike. And what I also didn't know in that moment is the adventures that we were about to go on, or how many animals we'd be able to fit in our house at one time. So far the record is 10. So just like my commitment to turning our house into a mini zoo, I also have some promises that I'd like to make to you. Starting with, I not only promise to take care of the parvo puppies that I bring into our home from the shelter, but I also promise to take care of you, whether that be strongly suggesting you ice an injury or take a Tylenol for a headache, or supporting you through challenging life circumstances. I will always do my best to make sure that you are at your best. Now, not many people can say that they've lived in 3 different cities in 5 years, but we have tested our relationship over and over again with our cross-country and cross-provincial moves. And despite the stress and the cost that those moves come with, which causes you more stress than me, you have always believed in me and so far have always come with me. With that being said, I can't promise that there won't be more somewhat stressful adventures in the way of moves, but what I can promise is that I will always try and make those adventures as fun and as ridiculous and stress-free as possible. But I can't do anything about the cost. It's a set cost. Now, as you know, as well as everybody else, I like to talk. But sometimes what I say and what you hear aren't always the same thing. Between my incessant chatting and your very logical engineering brain, we've had our fair share of miscommunications, but I promise to keep trying to learn the language that you understand, and we'll continue working on actually processing all the information that you tell me. Jeremy, your humor, sensitivity, and giant heart are just some of the reasons why I love you, and if I listed all the other ones, we'd probably be here all day. So in summary, our therapist says that he thinks we're a perfect match. And he's a professional. Oh, you killed it on my dress.
Oh no. Oh no.
But anyways, I couldn't agree more.
Well, Sarah, here we are on Vancouver Island, nearly 4 years after our first date on Dallas Road. I knew almost immediately that you were the one. But it's been all that has happened since that solidified it. COVID, adopting 2 dogs, fostering countless others, moving provinces once and cities twice, purchasing a home, selling it, purchasing another, countless Airbnbs, and I could go on. All of that in less than 4 years is enough to test the strongest of relationships, but we've thrived through it all, building our relationship in the process. I asked you a few weeks ago if you ever envisioned yourself marrying a guy with a disability from rural Alberta, to which you took pause, gave me a puzzled look, and said, "Of course not." This epitomizes who you are. You will always judge a book by its cover, but then you take the time to read it because you're a reader now. You will always make the effort to understand someone and learn who they truly are. Because of this, you are fiercely loyal, defending all of your loved ones without hesitation. And under any circumstance. You're the most supportive partner, friend, daughter, and sister. Being the first call for many when they need someone to talk to. You read the room perfectly, providing the ideal response to whatever the situation requires each and every time. Speaking for myself, you push me physically, intellectually, and emotionally, either encouraging me through life or calling me on my shit. I can only hope to match that level of support through our lives together. I promise to stay patient as you make important life decisions, like picking a restaurant, and always offer to share when you can't decide on what to order. I promise to leave no moment of silence on any road trip or date
good at that so far.
Filling all of the space with chatter and no time to think our own thoughts. I promise to always walk as fast as possible, even when my legs are tired and sore. I promise to love each and every creature and heartbroken friend you welcome into our home, even the ones that pee on the floor. I promise to continue working on my tolerance for lactose, even if it
No barada though.
even if it means gassing out myself or anyone in my vicinity. All in all, I promise to be your partner today, tomorrow, and every day. I promise that no matter what challenges we face, I will always be on your side, and we will overcome any issue that confronts us.
Now, upon the authority vested in me by the province of British Columbia, I pronounce you husband and wife.
For a year now I've been waiting. See that look in your eyes. I've been hoping for a love like you for a long, long time. We got laughter, we got tears, we got each other too. From this moment we are here to stay. There ain't nothing we can't do. Here we are, dear, hand in hand. No more plans, just our love here. Again and again I'll say it. I do. Just our love here. Again and again I'll say it. I do. I do. I do.
I knew a Paralympian would be perfect match for Sarah. I expected that he would have the ambition, drive, and work ethic to not only keep up with Sarah, but also, which is really important, to earn her respect. He tries and works really hard at stuff, and that's really important to Sarah. I think I was right about all those things, but I am happy to report that I think he brought so much more as well. I don't really feel like I ever got to know Jeremy. I think we met, and then I just remember knowing him. With that said, I would like to offer Jeremy some of my best guidelines, let's call them, for living and loving your Sarah. These are instructions that I have honed over 20 years of a very tumultuous and rewarding relationship with Sarah. Listen, ups and downs. It's been 20 years. I think all the long-term married couples here would say over 20 years there are some ups and downs. All right, so number 1, feed her regularly. I was pleased to see that there's a separate table with food just for them. Like a shelter cat, you must just present the food and look away. Don't draw attention to the fact that she's hungry, just make the food available and it will keep her happy. Accept your nickname. This is more of a living with the reeds thing, I think, but accept your nickname and know there is nothing you can do to change it. It will only get worse. Accept it and be happy. Make peace with the animals. I think he's already done a really good job with this one. As I said, one of the downs we had was around discussions around animals living in our home, and I'm really pleased that Jeremy doesn't have issues with including welcoming their brand new cats, Pippin and Poe, who could not be here because they are brand new to the family. Number 4, defend her against all injustices, both real and imaginary. And number 5, remember that your Sarah will always have your back. She will always show up for you. She will be 40 minutes late, but she will show up for you. And with that advice, I would like to propose a toast to the bride and groom. I know that you will both care for and defend each other as fiercely as you care for and defend those of us who are lucky to call ourselves your friends.
Sarah unofficially joined our family during one of the most difficult times we've all experienced, COVID. And much like COVID, I hate to compare you to COVID, but I'm going to. Much like COVID, she came in unexpectedly and changed our lives forever. Thankfully, the two of them persevered through the obstacles of changing jobs and cities, as Sarah mentioned in her vows today. Sarah continues to boost our lives with her boundless energy, at times way too early in the morning for some of us. Her animals, I think she's determined to overwhelm my allergies. And her vast array of stories, she really gives Glenn a run for his money. As most of you are aware, Jeremy was born with hemophilia. As a young child, he often suffered extreme pain in his joints due to bleeds. As a family, we suffered through that pain along with him, but we were determined to not let it take control of his life or ours. This made him into a very determined, independent, driven, and dare I say, stubborn young man. Glenn and I had a conversation a few years ago saying we sure hope he found someone to share his life with who would stand up to his strong-willed character and be his equal. Well, it didn't take us long to realize that he had found exactly what we had hoped for in a wife.
It was probably after the 4th or 5th time we met Sarah that I figured it was time to ask her, what are her intentions with our son? At that point, she replied, I intend to take full advantage of him. I knew then she was the one. And by the way, Sarah, we are not Costco. We do not have that same return policy. He's yours for the rest of the life. Sorry, but seriously, We are so excited for the two of you and the adventure you're sharing together today. Please raise your glasses to honor our new daughter, to Sarah.
Sarah was named by her sister Christy, and to this day, we're not sure where the name Baby Sarah came from. But right from the start, when we told Christy you're going to have a baby brother or a baby sister, she said, yeah, I know, Baby Sarah. She never wavered, and several months later, Baby Sarah it was. We've been so privileged to watch their relationship grow. Sarah and Jeremy make a great team, support and encourage one another in all aspects of their lives.
My big bro, Crazy Legs. It is a tremendous honor to stand with you today as you share your vows and become a married man. Rather than beginning with the usual married life cliches, such as be prepared to be wrong all the time, and happy wife, happy life, blah, 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 I'd like to address a particular aspect of your guys' relationship. I'd like to do a survey. How many people in this room have heard Jeremy admit he is wrong? Okay, what about Sarah? How many people have heard her admit defeat? Okay, seriously, if you raised your hand, you're just looking for attention. There's no way. You'll ruin the speech, you'll ruin the joke. It doesn't happen. Never. He would just bold-faced lie, and I vividly remember wanting to punch him so bad, but I never could. Except one time, Mom saw it and told me, Darren, punch him. He's being a jerk. Punch him. I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. It was the first time ever. So what did I do? I punched him, and I started crying. And Jeremy laughed at me. But for any of you feeling sorry for me, I had a coping mechanism. I went out into the garage, and I got on his bike that he couldn't ride, and I rode it around the block. But, going back to my original point, it's clear that your guys' relationship has the remarkable ability to resolve disagreements. Seeing Jeremy here today, about to start this new journey with his partner, Sarah, fills me with profound pride and joy. Here's to my brother, my best friend, the groom. I love you, bro. And may your love be as unwavering as your tripod style. Cheers to the groom.
Sarah's room growing up was a 10 by 11 room at the end of the hall with light lilac, as my mom informed me, not purple, walls, and a bedspread that was decorated with bright polka dot colors, blue, pink, green, and orange. Although in retrospect, I don't think she really liked the wall color at the beginning, but then really didn't like change more, so it stayed. The most notable thing about this room, however, was not the lilac walls or the polka dot bedspread. It was that it was full of stuffed animals, little figurines of dolphins on her bookshelves, every gift that she had ever received, and I mean every gift she had ever received, and homemade picture frames covering every single surface, full of photos of her friends, family, horses, and pets. And to me, this childhood bedroom always represents what Sarah does best. She fills up each and every corner of her life with the things that she loves, and she holds them close. And I think, in reflecting on that, we're all pretty lucky to be here today, sitting close to one another, counted amongst the things that she loves best. So here's to Sarah and Jeremy. May the road always rise up to meet you, and the wind be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon you, and the rain fall gently down. May the stars come out to greet you as you lie your head to rest. May the moonlight smile upon you,
and your dreams be ever blessed. Congrats, guys.
Jeremy came into the picture. Me and Sarah were working together at CTV Victoria, along with our crew over here, Scott, Yvonne, and Andrew. And before there was Jeremy, there were a couple other idiots that, shall not be named today. But then came Jeremy, and he just, pardon the rowing pun, just blew those idiots out of the water. They were no longer in sight. I met him about 2 weeks into them dating. They moved quite quick, as you know. So 2 weeks in, they were seeing each other all the time. So the only way I could see straight outside of work was to meet Jeremy. And I just remember thinking, this is the nicest guy in the world. I couldn't ask for a better partner for one of my best friends in the world. And all I ask is that you please continue to let her answer the phone and stay on when we are brain rotting together over absolutely nothing. I'm sure if you've called Sarah, you understand. I promise, in turn, Jeremy, to let her get off the phone when it's time for dinner. She's always talking over dinner. And Screed, I just want to say on behalf of myself and all of your bridesmaids that you've asked to join you here today, thank you for always being the most loyal and caring friend, and for asking us to be part of your special day. I think I speak for everyone in your wedding party when I say that just like you've done for us multiple times before, we are happy to drop everything to stand beside you as you take on this new challenge, marrying the love of your life. And to the happy couple, may you always laugh more than you argue, show up on time more than you are tardy, and above all, may your happiness today supersede all other emotions always. I love you guys so much.
I close my eyes and see all that we could be. No other dream I've had means a thing. Kids and a picket fence sounds good to me. But growing old hand in hand is all I need. As the years go by, we might get older, but love will grow stronger. I don't need more time to know that forever, love, you will be mine through it all, my dear. I will be yours year after year.